All right, today we're diving into a tool that could seriously shake up how you approach video editing. It's called MarkerFlow, and its whole philosophy is right there in the title, helping you edit smarter, not harder. So let me ask you something, and I bet a lot of you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Are you just buried under mountains of 4K footage, and does your computer basically scream for mercy the second you start trying to actually be creative with it? It's a huge frustration, right? And this really gets to the core of it. We can call it the editor's dilemma. It's this constant tug of war between what you want to create and what your machine will actually let you create. It's a battle that can kill your inspiration before you even start. So, to really appreciate the solution here, we first have to get real about the problem. Let's take a look at the old way of doing things, a system that, honestly, a lot of us are still stuck in. You can really see the contrast here. On one side, you've got your traditional nonlinear editor, your NLE. It's a behemoth. It's complex, it's demanding, and it needs a super powerful computer just to scrub through your footage. But on the other side, you have the MarkerFlow idea. It's lightweight, it's fast, and it's built to run smoothly on pretty much anything. So what exactly makes this new way smarter? Well, MarkerFlow isn't trying to be another massive, all-in-one video editor. Nope. Instead, it introduces a totally new philosophy for what is arguably the most important part of editing, finding your story. This quote from the source material just nails it. This is the best way to understand it. Think of this tool as a digital notepad. You're not getting bogged down with cutting or rendering or effects. You are simply watching your footage and highlighting the best parts, just like you would with a highlighter on a script. It's that simple. Okay, so what does that actually look like in practice? Well, the core workflow is beautifully simple. It really just boils down to three things. You watch your footage, you mark your favorite clips, and you organize them. Here's the whole shebang in 4 easy steps. 1, you load your video. 2, you just press play and watch. When you see something you like, you mark an endpoint and an outpoint. 3, you can give those clips different colors to keep things organized. And 4, you export what is essentially a blueprint for your final video. And the real beauty, the real speed, comes from the keyboard. Everything is driven by simple hotkeys. You're using your bracket keys to mark clips, your number keys to add colors. The whole point is to keep your hands off the mouse and your eyes on the screen. It keeps you in the creative flow. Okay, so you've marked up all your footage. Now what? This is where the magic really happens. The power is all in how MarkerFlow exports your decisions. Let's look at the files that makes this whole system click. First up, you've got the .momproj file. This is your project file. Just think of it as your live working document. It saves every single marker, every color, exactly where you left off, so you can close it and come back anytime. Now for the good stuff. Your first export option is something called a trimmed XML. This file is genius. It takes only the clips you marked, the good stuff, and it puts them all back to back in a sequence. It's the perfect clean timeline to just drop right into Premiere Pro or Final Cut when you're ready to do your final polish. But what if you need more context? What if you want to see the gaps between your clips? Well, that's what the full timeline XML is for. This version keeps all the original timing, so you can see exactly where your clips came from. It's perfect for reviewing with a director, or if you think you might need to grab a shot from one of those gaps later on. And by using this system, you're doing something more powerful than just making a timeline. You're not just creating a file. As this quote says, you are turning every single export into a self-documenting snapshot of your creative choices. It becomes a searchable, organized archive of your entire thought process. So let's bring it all home. When you adopt a workflow like this, you're not just solving a little technical headache. You are setting yourself up for a way more organized, way more efficient creative future. I mean, look at the payoffs. It's incredibly storage efficient because you're not making endless copies of huge video files. It's future-proof because XML is just plain text that pretty much any program will be able to read forever. And it makes your work searchable and sharing with a collaborator absolutely effortless. And this isn't just for some niche workflow, you know? Think about it. Culling through hours of GoPro footage becomes a breeze. Organizing a wedding video, you can color code the ceremony, the reception, the B-roll. Perfect. It's ideal for vlogs, influencer content, even corporate videos where you have to get feedback. And you know, all of this really comes back to one central mission: to democratize professional editing. The idea is to give every single creator the power to work efficiently with their footage, no matter how powerful their computer is or how big their budget is. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. We're so conditioned to think that editing is this thing that happens inside a complicated program. But what if the most important part, the most creative part of the whole process,
finding the actual story, what if that could happen before you even open your editor? That's the powerful question MarkerFlow wants you to ask. Thanks for watching.